What are you going to tell your grandchildren? What are you going to tell your children 20, 25 years from now? What did you do, Grandpa? What did you do, Grandma, during the greatest transformation of wealth in the history of the world? What did you do other than sit on your hands? What did you do to take advantage of the greatest transformation of wealth in the history of the planet? What did you do? Not a thing. That's what you're going to say. Not a thing. Because I was too much a coward. I was too much a I was too much a I didn't do anything.
All right, welcome back to the channel, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Goldrush Crypto Daily. This is the first time you're going to hear my voice on doing an XRP video, so welcome back to the channel if you've not been here for a while. Right, so we have some juicy, big articles to talk about today on XRP. But before we get into that, let's just look at the general crypto market right here on the coin market cap. We can see Bitcoin has dipped a bit from yesterday's high. Also Ethereum, also XRP just doing slightly underperforming, slightly on 1.5%. So yes, the crypto market is not at its best right now. Maybe a bit of correction with a few gains we had over the last 2 days. So hopefully we can begin to have some good news and XRP and the entire crypto market begins to move again. Hopefully Bitcoin starts to move and we have other coins follow it. All right, so let's get into the main reason for this video. We have this big article from Coin Paper right here. I'm going to start. So this is titled XRP ETF launch imminent after KSCC filing by Canary Capitals. Okay, let's go into the article. Right, so it says analyst says that the launch will be a massive historic milestone for XRP, which could potentially solidify its place alongside Bitcoin and Ethereum in the growing list of US spot crypto ETFs. At the same time, well-known XRP advocate and attorney John Ditton announced his 2026 Senate bid to challenge Democrat Ed Markey in Massachusetts. Ditton is known for defending XRP holders in Ripple's SEC case, and his pro-crypto stance could make him a big voice in the upcoming race. That would be absolutely fantastic. I mean, John Ditton, we know, has been doing a lot of good work in the crypto space, and he has been very pro-crypto, especially even more very pro-XRP. So to have him win a place in the Senate would be absolutely fantastic. A voice, having a crypto voice in the Senate, a real crypto voice in the Senate would be great. So first XRP ETF launch nears US launch. The long-awaited arrival of a US-based exchange-traded fund ETF directly holding XRP may finally become a reality. Just what we've been waiting for, guys. Crypto investment firm Canary Capitals filed the final paperwork needed to launch its spot XRP ETF, which suggests that trading could begin as soon as Thursday. That is less than 24 hours from now, ladies and gentlemen. We could be 24 hours away from the launch of the first XRP spot ETF. We have been waiting for this for a long time. According to Bloomberg's ETF analyst Eric, Canary submitted a Form 8 with the US SEC on Monday evening, which is a required step before a security can be offered on an exchange. Right? Eric believed that the timing of the filing mirrors the process seen with HBAR ETFs, which went live the day after their 8A forms were launched. While he warned that the launch is not yet guaranteed, he said that all boxes are being checked, that is positive, and advised investors to stay tuned for announcements. So, ladies and gentlemen, you have to stay tuned to this channel for announcements. We'll be bringing you the latest information on this launch of the XRP ETF. So, please like this video if you're enjoying it, subscribe, turn on the post notification button to get notified whenever we drop our video every single day. Alright, so we can see the tweet here of Eric confirming that Canary filed 8A for XRP ETF last night, which points to the launch tomorrow or Thursday. Today is holiday, right? And Thursday, tomorrow, is a working day. So very likely we are less than 24 hours away from the first XRP ETF launch. Wow, this is good news. All right, so we also have crypto journalists Eleanor here. She said that Canary's filing represents the final step before the ETF becomes effective at 5:30 p.m. European time on Wednesday, pending Nasdaq's certification of the listing. If approved, the first XRP ETF would be cleared for trading at Thursday's market open. So by the market open on Thursday morning, we could have the first XRP ETF cleared for trading. That is going to be absolutely fantastic, right? You can also see if you go open here. Okay, this takes us to Twitter, just to show you guys the document, right? If we zoom in here, you can see this was filed by Canary Capital, Canary XRP ETF, and this was filed from 8A. This was filed just yesterday. So this is good news. This is very good news. Let's see what the ask has. Unlike previous XRP related investment products, Canary ETF was filed under the Securities Act of 1933, allowing it to hold XRP directly rather than investing in offshore entities that own the token. The launch comes amid renewed optimism across the XRP community, particularly as the recent US government shutdown nears resolution, clearing a backlog of pending ETF applications. Several firms, including 21 Shares, ProShares, Bitwise, Volatility Shares, Franklin Templeton, also have sports XRP ETFs listed with Depository Trust and Clearing Corporation (DTCC), which certainly suggests that a very competitive market could form soon. Absolutely competitive. I think we have about 11 pending ETFs application. So they were just waiting for the US government shutdown to be over. So I mean, this is really bullish news. By tomorrow, less than 24 hours away, this could absolutely change everything. XRP ETF launch is imminent, guys. This is absolutely good news. So let's go and see this second article here. This comes from Coinpedia. ISO 222 upgrade goes live. What it means for XRP, XLM, XDC, and HBAR. Fantastic. So a major shift is happening in the global finance, right? Swift is retiring its old empty payment system this month, giving full control to ISO 222. This upgrade could completely change how banks communicate and move money across borders. And for cryptos like XRP, XLM, XDC, and HBAR, it might just be the turning point for mainstream adoption. Absolutely. I mean, if you are holding any of these or even all of these coins, you are absolutely in for a ride. XRP, XLM, XDC, and HBAR. This update is very bullish, right? So the global payment system is upgrading. ISO 222 isn't a new concept. It was introduced back in 2004, but only now, with the rise of blockchain and advanced financial technologies, are banks and institutions ready to fully adopt it. This global messaging standard modernizes how financial data is shared between systems, allowing faster, more transparent, and more detailed cross-border transactions. This month marks a major milestone as the coexistence between Swift's old empty system and the new ISO 222 messaging standard officially ends. This means all global banks are now required to upgrade their systems to handle ISO 222 payments, and that directly connects with crypto. So this is now the crux of this, why this matters for crypto, right? This is why we are interested. How does this in turn result in a bullish catalyst for crypto? So the adoption of ISO 222 means that financial institutions can now easily integrate with the blockchain network that already follow this format. I'm sure XRP holders are absolutely delighted to hear this. This upgrade could help bridge the gap between traditional finance TradFi and decentralized finance DeFi, creating smoother pathway for cross-border payments, remittances, and even tokenized assets. Cryptos like XRP, XLM, XDC, and HBAR were designed with ISO 222 compatibility in mind, making them natural fit for global banking infrastructure, more than just XRP movements. However, this guy Nick noted that this isn't about Ripple. ISO 222's upgrade is a rising tide that could lift all utility-driven projects. As financial data becomes more structured, programmable, interoperable, cryptos built for real world use cases, not speculation, could finally step into the spotlight. Yes, this is more than Ripple, but if the focus is to lift all utility driven projects, right, and this crypto is built for real world cases, you absolutely know then that this is going to be bullish for XRP, because XRP is one of the most utility driven projects out there, right? And this is XRP is the crypto built for real world use cases, not just for speculation, not just for holding and pumping. This is a crypto that is meant for utility, real world utility, everyday use. So ladies and gentlemen, that's what we have for you today on the Goldrush Crypto Daily channel. Like this video, subscribe, share with your loved ones. This will help us with the boosting algorithm. So all right, see you on the next video. Bye.